So sea level rise and subsidence are the principal contributing factors to coastal erosion in southeastern Louisiana. And federal, state, and local agencies are all contributing to developing mechanisms to implement to mitigate these measures of how we're rapidly losing our coastline. But many archaeological sites are already subsided or submerged or at extreme risk of destruction or submergence over the next 50 years, and many of them are already subsided. This map is actually from 2017 from a recent article by David Anderson that shows the proliferation of archaeological sites, specifically in southeast Louisiana, that have already been submerged. And the projected impacts for 1 foot of sea level rise are going to escalate these numbers considerably over the next 50 years. There's an urgent and largely unaddressed need for looking at these coastal cultural resources and how do we implement mitigation measures to protect and preserve those. The coastline and the environment is significantly considered, but the coastal cultural resources are not. The maps to the right illustrate a 1 foot increase of sea level rise over the next 50 years, as well as the subsidence contours, so how the land is actually subsiding over this time as well. Which is really impacting our coastal cultural resources. This is a map of Adams Bay, probably one of the poster childs of coastal cultural heritage loss. And you can really see how since 2011, the marsh surrounding Adams Bay, as well as the mound itself, is significantly eroding, despite the fact that people are still utilizing these historic places today. There's still Native American groups that are revisiting these places, that are using them actively today, as well as the archaeological research that can be gleaned from these sites that are rapidly disappearing. The erosion of Louisiana's coastline is a truly anthropogenic process from these early flood control efforts, canal construction, and offshore expansion of the oil and gas industry. This progressive land loss is at least in part designed and engineered. And while we're considering frequently the environmental impact and how do we preserve the environment, the wildlife habitat, the coastal cultural resource is really the focus of this project. What we're doing is developing a risk analysis that is used to select sites for mitigation programs, doing 3D mapping and collection of archaeological and environmental data and mitigation methods that are going to be widely applicable to other delta environments across the world that are experiencing these similar effects. This program is going to be used as a model for other at-risk deltas. And the initial work that has been conducted over September and October of this year has really shown that a wide variety of these sites that were initially thought to be protected and preserved on natural levees may also be at risk. So the need for more of this research is really continuing in the next few years, and we're excited to continue this project.